Well, switching gears now, did you notice there was some rain out there this morning?
Yeah.
I loved it. Very refreshing, but not quite enough.
No,
right?
not as much as we need, but of course we'll take every little bit that we can get, and of course it is nice to see a little bit of that really strange stuff coming out of the sky. I think it's raindrops, is that what we call them? Yeah, they're raindrops, and we'll take a look at Taos where they're getting a little bit of rain now. As we take a look at this, you can really see the convection going once again this afternoon as we put this time lapse into motion. Some really cool stuff as again another round of showers going over the northern mountains this afternoon, and that will be the area that we'll be watching throughout the afternoon for more of that wetting rain. It looks like the rest of the state is going to start to dry out throughout the afternoon. That does include the Albuquerque metro area. We're already starting to see a little bit of peaks of sunshine. Temperature right now 76 degrees with a west-northwest wind at 3 miles per hour. We are looking at temperatures into the 70s as you move over the northern mountains. 74 from Las Vegas, 73 up in Taos, 73 also for Santa Fe, already up to 82 in Grants, and down to the south. We are heating things up. We're near 90 degrees for Roswell and Carlsbad, 86 in Hobbs, and 85 currently in Tucumcari. Winds not a huge issue, but we do have a couple of breezy spots. Grant's at a 22-mile-per-hour wind sustained, 24-mile-per-hour winds in Ruidoso, 22 in Las Cruces, 25 in Deming, and we will see occasionally gusty winds throughout the afternoon, but no big-time wind event to speak of. And tomorrow we'll actually see a little bit of less wind before we start to see those winds ramp up once again for Friday. As we look at the satellite and radar, we do have quite a few clouds out there, especially in the central part of the state, and we are getting those showers now starting to fire off across the northern mountains and into the northern portions of the Gila. But that is about it for the wetting rains. We will have the chance of seeing a few more storms throughout the afternoon in some of the lower elevations, but unfortunately those are the storms that are going to lead to a little bit of dry lightning as we continue to dry things out. Our storm system now starting to depart, so in its wake we will be drying things out little by little over the next couple of days, and we will, along with those drier conditions, start to ramp up the heat as well. Taking a look at Superstorm Track this afternoon, we will see our best shot of seeing at least wetting rains over the northern mountains. Otherwise, just a few dry lightning strikes possible as we keep in around just enough moisture to fire off a couple of storms. Then into tomorrow, we start to see those storm chances go down quite a bit. We may see a few more dry storms, but more than anything, we're going to see more sunshine, and we're going to ramp up the heat as well, and that continues into Friday too. And just talking about this heat, the reason we are going to start to ramp it up is that we have an area of high pressure which will be sitting on top of the state. That's going to help push down the air and compress it. That's going to lead to warmer conditions. In addition, a westerly flow in the eastern part of the state is going to lead to that air compressing even more in the east. And when you get all that air compressing, it really heats up. So you can see 86 degrees by Friday in Albuquerque, but in the eastern part of the state, well into the 90s, 97 in Tucumcari, 98 in Roswell, up to 101 degrees in Carlsbad. And these temperatures are a good 10 to 15 degrees above average for this time of the year. So it's definitely going to feel more like the middle of summer than the middle of May. Southern Colorado temperatures will be in the 70s for this afternoon. More sunshine on the way for Thursday and Friday as temperatures warm to near 80 degrees. Over the northwest, highs will be in the 70s and 80s. We will stay in the 80s through the end of the week. Then just a little bit cooler for the weekend, but still lots of sunshine on the way. Over the southwest, highs will be in the 80s and 90s. We stay in the upper 80s to near 90 degrees in Silver City through the end of the week. Then back to the mid 80s for the weekend. Over the southeast, temperatures into the mid 90s, and we continue to heat up from there up to 98 on Friday in Roswell. We stay in the upper 90s to start the weekend. More sunshine on the way through at least early next week. Over the northeast, partly cloudy skies, could see a couple of storms. Drier conditions through the end of the week as temperatures warm to the low 80s in the northern mountains. We'll see a few afternoon showers and storms, and then drier conditions into the weekend as temperatures stay on the warm side. East mountains, a couple of dry storms, highs in the upper 70s to low 80s. In the metro, we'll top out in the upper 80s to near 90 degrees, and the heat continues through at least the end of the week. More sunshine on the way, and then a little bit cooler for the weekend. So right now, looking to be a nice weekend.
All right. Thank you for that, John.